Here is my unforgettable experience. This experience happened when I was in kindergarten. When I was in kindergarten, I always accompanied by my mother and she always waited for me there until I finished school. At that time, my friends and I were getting ready for sports or some exercise. We are waiting for orders from our teachers to leave the classroom and continue to exercise. We are very impatient and very excited to get out there. When our teacher told us to leave the classroom, we quickly rushed out and pushed each other because we couldn't wait to get out of the exercise. While jostling and pushing each other, I fell and my head hit the door at an acute angle. I held my head and found that there was blood coming out of my head. My mother went straight to me and she cried when she saw me, even though I didn't cry when there was blood coming out of my head. I asked my mother, "What is this, mom? What did it come out of the head?" My mother didn't answer my question, so she was looking for someone to take me to the hospital. I was taken to the hospital by someone who lived in the house next to the kindergarten. When I arrived at the hospital, I was taken to the emergency room and my head was stitched with approximately 5 stitches. The doctor told my mother that I was fine because I was immediately taken to the hospital as soon as possible. After that, my mother and I went to the pharmacy to get some medicine. After that, my mother and I went home to rest. I usually wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then I take a tahajjud prayer. While waiting for the subuh prayer time, I usually read the Al-Quran or study the material that was delivered yesterday. Sometimes I also watch football matches on TV if there is a match broadcast. And then I take subuh prayer. After that I do jogging on road near the house with my brother. After jogging I take a bath and then at 6 o'clock I took my mother to her place of work. If there was morning class I would have prepared half an hour before the class started. But if there is no morning class, I usually spend my time playing games or covering songs. But sometimes I learn graphic design from YouTube while waiting for the next class. In the afternoons, after class, I used to play badminton with my brother or my friends. At night, if there are several tasks, I always try to finish all tasks before due date. Finally, I go to bed at 10 or 11 o'clock when all tasks are finished. If the corona is over, I will increase my worship of Allah because I am still given a long life and can get through the corona outbreak. And I want to have a picnic without worrying about breathing the free air. And I also immediately return to watching my proud team, that is PSIS Semarang, live in the newly renovated Jatidiri Stadium. But my most important plan is to increase my study activities and be able to finish my studies, and maybe I will find a job to be able to help my family and to find work experience. Apart from that, I also want to meet my college friend who we have only met through platforms like WhatsApp.